patients come in with all these questions, fears. They're terrified of what they eat because there's so much influence by non-medical experts.
A growing number of Americans are skeptical of public health systems, and the Make America Healthy Again movement, or MAHA, is shining a spotlight on people, many of them moms, who are rethinking the way the health system should work and their perception of those in charge of it. Look, most Americans agree that pesticides and additives shouldn't be in our food, but President Trump elevated all of those issues on the campaign trail. And in fact, they may have even helped him win. For some voters, like Bernadine Francis, the MAHA movement is the single issue that convinced them to vote for President Trump for the very first time. Do you think that's why so many people just like you ended up voting for President Trump for the first time? Just because of this one issue?
Yes.
And turn a blind eye to maybe the other things you don't like?
Nothing else mattered.
Just a little over half of Americans say they trust the FDA. But as the MAHA movement becomes increasingly popular, the question becomes how much of that skepticism is rooted in real problems in the industry and how much of it is driven by misinformation. Physicians like Dr. Dawn Musalim is trying to help her patients wade through it all. As a stage 4 cancer survivor and a heart transplant recipient, Dr. Dawn Musalim's mission is to elevate modern medicine and the lifestyle changes that are at the core of MAHA: exercise, minimally processed foods. She says those go in tandem.
How has that experience changed the way you practice medicine? It's changed it so much, Julie. You know, I learned a lot in medical school, but nothing compared to what I learned being a patient.